6:30. And then here today in the opening minute on the Cardinals' second play from scrimmage, Mike Mamula hit the arm of Ken Graham and returned the fumble 4 yards for the Eagles touchdown. And now LaShawn Johnson with a burst up the middle. Whit Marshall made the stop after the 22-yard return. Well, coming up on the second game of our Fox NFL Sunday doubleheader, the Dallas Cowboys and the Washington Redskins, the final game at RFK Stadium. Pat Summerall and John Madden will visit with some legendary Washington Redskins. They will take a look back at some historical moments and the fans' last salute. Redskins, of course, eliminated last week by the Arizona Cardinals as flags come flying.
Well, Kenny, so far the Arizona offense has -6 yards. So now make that -11.
Offense, number 54. 5-yard penalty, still first down.
54, of course, is Aaron Graham, a guy who played center all his life until last week, where he started for the first time at left guard. When he said, hey, I've played more snaps at quarterback than I have at left guard.
Referring to his days as a youth. Out first and 15 as the pitch back goes to Larry Centers. And he runs into a wall at the 30, namely William Thomas, the right linebacker.
And once again, the Philadelphia Eagles are winning the battle up front. They're winning at the point of attack. William Fuller, William Thomas, the guys up front they're beating the Cardinals back. So no place for centers to run, and no place for their defense when the Cardinals are on defense to stop the Eagles' offense. I mean, that's where the game starts. It starts up front, and the Eagles are dominating the trenches.
Second down and 14. Movement once again.
Mike Mamula, of course, lured by
encroachment. Defense, number 59. 5-yard penalty, still second down.
But what he is he's excited. And I think Ray Rhodes will take that, because if your guy is excited, he's going to go off sides. But he just made a sack for a touchdown on the play before, and then we saw him follow up and make a nice play on the run. And Ray Rhodes would much rather have Mike Mamula excited and jumping off sides than he would complacent and sitting back and not making the big plays.
He's excited today.
Yeah, he's been playing excited football. And that's what he has to do and the Eagles have to do to going into this playoff season.
Play action on 2nd and 9. Grant is taken down by William Fuller, his 11th sack of the season.
And once again, Kenny, it's up front domination. William Fuller just running right over the top of Joe Wolf. Here it is, right here. There's the block. He swims over the top, and he's got to go through 2 guys. Wolf gets some help with the running back. Fuller goes through both of them. That's defensive intensity.
And that is also the end of quarter number 1. All Eagles as they lead the Arizona Cardinals 13-0. Welcome back to the Vet in Philadelphia, where the Eagles lead the Cardinals after 1 quarter by the score of 13-0. Kenny Albert along with Tim Green. And Tim, the Eagles defense set the tone just 2 plays in.
Yeah, and this game right now is total domination by the Philadelphia Eagles, and they're starting by winning the battle up front on the offensive line and the defensive line. That's where the Eagles are dominating.
Graham out of the shotgun. He has not completed a pass yet today. And there is number 1 as Larry Centers comes up with his 94th reception, and flags come flying. He may have taken a face mask.
Yeah, I think they're going to get him on a face mask on that, and now it becomes a matter of a 5-yard or a 15-yard. If it's a 5-yard, it's 4th down. If it's 15, it'll give the Cardinals enough for a
personal foul, face mask on the defense. 15 yards from the end of the run, first down.
So that means that the official interpreted this face mask as a grab on the mask and then a twisting of the head and neck. And here's a shot of it right here. He gets the mask, he twists it. I mean, you can't get more vicious of a face mask than that.
That was Mark Woodard.
Yeah, that's about as bad as it gets. I mean, he gets him and just cranks him right around. So you're guaranteed to get the 15-yarder.
That looked like what happened to Ken Graham last week.
Yeah, it really did. And he said his neck was still a little stiff.
The face mask by Washington, Romeo Bandison in the fourth quarter, a play that kept the Cardinals drive alive. As Graham fires, he's picked off. Michael Zordich, the former Cardinal, still on his feet. Lomas Brown finally made the stop. Fourth interception for Zordich, his third in the last 2 weeks, and flags come flying once again.
And Michael Zordich looked exactly like he did last week in the Jets game when he picked off 2 balls there. Like he knew where the ball was going to be thrown before the quarterback even threw it. And it's this deep zone that the Eagles are in that's allowing Michael Zordich to play up shallow and make a play on the ball.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 62 on the defending team. 15-yard penalty.
That's Mike Devlin, the center for the Arizona Cardinals. So whenever you've got extra guys in the secondary, in the pass coverage, it enables your safety to step up and make a play in front of the ball as Zordich does there. And it's just an outstanding anticipation. But it happens because there's 2 guys in the coverage on Rob Moore, a cornerback over the top, enabling Zordich to stay underneath.
Flags on the play as Waters takes the handoff.
Now you see the excitement in Waters' step. That's what the Cardinals did not want to see.
Prior to the snap, false start. Offense, number 63. 5-yard penalty, still first down.
That's Raleigh McKenzie, the center.
14-29, thank you.
You get a false start by the center. I mean, he's the guy with his hands on the ball. He either snaps the ball and you know the play starts, or he doesn't. I don't know what he could have moved on his body without snapping the ball.
He moved something. Play action. Denver steps up, looks end zone, and a good defensive play by Tito Paul as Chris T. Jones was the intended receiver in the end zone.
Kenny, the Eagles are on the verge of the red zone here again because of this interception by Michael Zordich. And you're going to see him working in conjunction. He gets underneath Rob Moore. So you see he hits him and he lets him go right past him. And then there's Zordich with the interception. He's able to do that because there's a cornerback over the top. He had a pretty nifty run after that, too, didn't he? For an old guy.
Showing some terrific offensive skills.
Yeah.
He practiced last week.
I don't think he liked my referencing him as an old guy, but...
Well, we won't tell him about that as Freddie Solomon comes up with his 8th reception of the season, the first-year man from South Carolina State.
How about Zordich? I mean, you got to love the eye black that he's got. You know, he looks like an old Native American warrior. Although with a name like Zordich, you kind of doubt that he's got any Cherokee in his blood. But look at those numbers: 95 tackles, 4 interceptions, and the best eye black design in the whole NFL.
Oh, shit! Denver in trouble. Escapes. Throws end zone. And Christy Jones out of bounds. Out of bounds.
They're pointing to the white line and saying he came down with his feet on that line.
But what an effort by Denver.
What an incredible effort. And that's the trademark of Ty Detmer. We said it before. He runs around and he throws on the run. So when the play gets into a broken play, the receivers need to break. Now there's Tommy Bennett. He's the guy who gets a hand on him. And look at Detmer. I mean, his body's all off skew, but he gets that ball out there, and it's really a perfectly thrown football. Right there, Chris T. Jones, and then his feet get down, and he does not get just the heel of that left foot lands on the line.
Gary Anderson already 2 of 2 today. This a 33-yard field goal attempt. Make it 3 for 3. Gary Anderson hitting from 33. The Eagles lead over the Cardinals is now 16-0. Flags were thrown.
Boy, we had the music going and the Eagle punch in the bag. We were all ready to go out.
Well,
now we got a flag.
It remains 13-0. Anderson will try it again.
Holding offense, number 52. 10-yard penalty, still fourth down.
Sylvester Wright, second-year man out of Kansas, called for the hold. So this will push Anderson back 10 yards. He will try again from 43.
This time the ball will be spotted at the Arizona
43-yard field goal attempt. He's 6 of 8 from between 40 and 49 on the season. Now 7 of 9. As now the Eagles have got on
now
top.
we're going to start the music.
Start the music again.
But the Eagles let the bag go. Now he's headed into the locker room.
Well, Gary Anderson with 3 field goals. Eagles lead it 16-0 in this second quarter. Final game of the regular season for both clubs. LaShawn Johnson out to the 25-yard line. Flag is thrown. Sylvester Wright made the stop. 18-yard return by Johnson.
There's no foul on the play.
Oh, there you go. No foul. Now, Kenny, let's take a look at Ty Detmer in sync. And we talked here about what Chris T. Jones has to do as a receiver when Ty Detmer gets in trouble. And there you see the trouble Detmer's in. Now, Detmer throws this ball before Chris T. Jones is even near the corner of the end zone. But Jones does a nice job of getting himself separated from himself and the cornerback after it looks like it's already a broken play.
On first down, Larry Centers out across the 35. First down for the Cardinals, and right now for a McDonald's break. Let's head back to James Brown at our Fox Television Center.
Kenny and Tim, Brad Johnson excited about his new deal. How excited? Well, a 43-yard pass play. Nice hookup with Chris Carter. Guess what? All tied at Lambeau at 7. Back to Kenny Albert and the office, Tim Green.
JB, reading my books again. Thank you. One of your many. As a Harvard grad, I mean, if a Harvard grad is reading your stuff, you know that you're getting somewhere.
JB always reading. On that previous play, Centers picked up 15, but this time Graham could not connect with Rob Moore.
Kenny, look
Cardinal
at the
story so
I
far.
mean, look at this. I mean, it's absolutely pathetic. -8 yards and a fumble, -6 and a punt, 3 and a punt, 15, and then ends with an interception. And the only reason I think they got 15 was they had that 15-yard penalty there. Face mask.
They picked up 15 on this drive on the run by Centers. 4 wide receivers. Second down and 10 as Graham lofts it up. And a flag on the play. It was Rob Moore.
That's going to be
along with Bobby Taylor.
That's going to be a pass interference on Bobby Taylor. No question about it on that. Rob Moore, a big physical guy, and Kent Graham doing a nice job of getting rid of that ball when he sees the blitz coming at him right up the middle.
Pass interference, defense, number 21.
Remember, Tim, Rob Moore caught 9 balls against Bobby Taylor in the previous meeting just 1 month ago.
Yeah, and here you see Taylor on Moore, and right there, now you're going to see the interference. Right there, he gets that hand on him. Hand on his hand, arm locked in his arm, and here's the pressure. You see that? James Willis right in Kent Graham's face, and Graham just launches that ball.
More flags on first down.
Well, the Eagles said coming into this game they wanted to put pressure on Graham.
False start. Offense, number 75. 5-yard penalty, still first down.
Of course, that's Lomas Brown. Now, Lomas Brown, Kenny, was the best free agent acquisition, one of the best free agent acquisitions in the whole NFL. Certainly the best